The most interesting thing I feel about my album is the name. The name is Papoose. Papoose is a Native American, it's a wrap in which that they used to wrap their babies up in. You know, I kind of got into that idea. It just kind of looked amazing to be inside of a papoose. And that's kind of how I looked at the songs. These are kind of the songs in which that I would feel comfortable being wrapped up around, I guess. That's kind of the concept of the album for me. Everything that I've bought recently has been on vinyl, and that's where my personal interest lies. So since I was doing something that, you know, it was basically just a me project, I knew that that's what I wanted to make. I wanted to make a vinyl. I'd never done that before. It takes music from being kind of a passive experience to a real active experience in which that you have to go, set the vinyl down on the turntable, listen to one side of it. You know, you have that moment of clarity of just kind of digesting what it was that you just listened to.
There's no place to go on this dead end. I've seen this coming for miles. I've been here before, yes, I know this place. It's just been gone for a while.
I think initially the biggest reason for being solo is because that was basically the only chance or opportunity that I had, kind of. I'd been involved with bands like Sawdust Six and the Etudes and different things like that. And once those opportunities kind of went away, I had a moment of just being like, well, what am I gonna do now?
Please come cover me. Come cover me.
Basically, the only person in my band was me and Chris Ford throughout this. He was the one who produced it.
I don't have to swim with friends.
When we started working on Papoose, it was very much, Dustin was just in the mindset, I just want to make, it was such a pet project when it started. It was like, he was like, I remember this very specifically, he was like, I want to make 50 copies on vinyl, for my friends to have, for my friends to buy, or if somebody wants to buy it. I'm probably not really even gonna play very many shows, and I don't wanna put it out on anything. It doesn't need to be on anything else. It's just a total pet project. And at first I was just like, that's cool. I just like, this is my first producing thing. I just wanna just be a part of it. I love these songs. And then after we got through about maybe halfway through making the record, it was just like, we have to make this bigger. It's really, we're excited about it now.
You shouldn't take it for granted anytime you write a song.
Here I was, just this little guy that was a songwriter, and I didn't have a band, or I didn't have really anybody to work with, or there wasn't any reason to work with me. I had enough people in my life that were musicians and artists that were willing to sacrifice their own time to come in and play a bass track, or play this or play that. I could have done it by, you know, I play instruments, so if I wanted to, I could have played a lot of the stuff myself. But I knew for Papoose, I didn't want it to be, I didn't want to know what the whole album was going to sound like, you know, ultimately at the end. So the exciting thing was, I had all my friends come in and play acoustic guitar. I had my friends come in and play trumpet. I had my friends come in and scream on the floor with me for ghosting. You know, like, it's kind of an amazing thing that I had so many people that were willing to help me make this album.
Ultimately, it's people that see themselves as part of a creative community. We are trying to get people to think about music not by genre, but by where it comes from. So much of the voice in any good music is really dependent on the culture that artist came up in. And a lot of times it's kind of, I think, nobody even thinks about it. It's like, you know, you're just, oh, this is a great record. Could have been made by somebody in LA or in Canada or South Africa or whatever. But no, it couldn't have been. There's a lot of reasons why that record sounds like that, because it was made in Iowa, and it's the last 25 years of that person's life being a part of this community. That is, every artist needs to be proud of that fact. that they're from Iowa.
What we just finished is the best I can do.
I don't do drugs, but I'm sure they're fun. I don't start fights, I won't hurt anyone. Just a pacifist monogamous who's totally clean. Now in between.
The amazing thing about doing something like Papoose, which has so many different styles, is the next album, I can do whatever I want. You know, with going through all those different types of music and all these different things, I really kind of feel like I can do whatever I want. If I want to make a funk album next, I can do that. And people that were into Papoose would be like, okay, that makes sense that he would do that. And I feel really pleased with that. I feel like the inspiration that I had for Papoose will continue as long as I can continue.